Good day to you, and welcome to another episode of Bucket List Living with Brad Norwood. I'm your host, Brad Norwood. It's been a few weeks since we've released an episode on Bucket List Living, and quite frankly, life has just gotten in the way. That is the excuse, and so I want to thank those of you that have reached out, emailed, called, and asked, hey, when are you going to have another episode? I'm glad to know that there's people listening, and I'm glad to know that we're making an impact through the guests that we've had on the show and helping you to live the bucket list life. But as I said, life has been in the way the past couple of weeks. I actually took another vacation and got away, but then, as many of you know, my wife is a school principal, and just the chaos, if you will, of going back to school and kids getting back into sports in the evenings. I've had a lot of golf tournaments. It feels like every golf tournament in the world that was postponed happened within the past 2 weeks. And so just been busy. Had a couple of schedule conflicts with some other guests, but we've got some people lined up for the coming weeks to bring you on the show that you're really going to enjoy. But I want to take a few minutes today and talk about how life gets in the way. Things are starting to get back to normal now, a new normal, if you will. And work-life balance, again, takes another shift. And you know, at the beginning of this pandemic, when I started the podcast, in fact, I also put together a framework called the 3 Secrets to Work-Life Balance in a work-from-home world. Because all of a sudden we shifted. You know, Friday, March 13th is the day I'll never forget, 2020. We shifted into a quarantine lockdown. Everyone was working from home, schooling from home, and so on and so forth. And so our world was different, and we got out of balance, at least I did in my life. And so I knew that every successful person I had worked with in the past 5 and 6 years, they all did the same things. And so I created a framework based on those 3 things that they did. Today, as I dropped my kids off at school, I realized work-life balance is now taking another shift. Some of us are still working from home. Some of us are back in the office. Our kids are now back in school. But for how long, right? That becomes the question. And maybe we're back forever. And I hope so. I really hope we are. But I've realized that now that balance gets shifted again. And so I want to take some time today just to share with you these 3 secrets to work-life balance. I think you're going to enjoy this. And if you're watching, I've got a slideshow presented for you on the screen. If you're listening, I'd be happy to email this over to you. There's a framework that goes with this. And so if you're listening and this really hits home with you, email me, brad@dreamitpro.com. That's brad@dreamitpro.com. And I'll shoot this framework over to you. I'd love for you to have it. So again, thanks for tuning in today. Look forward to seeing how these 3 secrets might make a difference in your life and with work-life balance. Again, over the past several years, I've helped hundreds of people through big corporations with their work-life balance by helping them take bucket list trips and helping them do incentivized travel and incentivized gaming right there in the office. And so I've learned through helping these people, these very successful top-level people, all do the same 3 things. And that secret is very chilling. It's what I call ICE, living on ice, the acronym I've put together. Secret number 1 is intentionality. You see, every successful person I know is intentional about their day. Every bit of it. They start the day with intention. Now, the big idea here is we've shifted into this work from home world, and it can be really tough. And now that we're going back, it seems to be even tougher. What days do I work from home? What days am I in the office? And no matter how hard you try, the demands on your time become greater and greater and greater. The energy and the expectations continue to grow. Our kids now back in school, we start to worry about how long they're going to be there and so forth. Millions of folks around the world are experiencing this just like you. And I tell you that to let you know you're not alone in this. In fact, maintaining a positive work-life balance is as much about managing your energy as it is about managing your time. And so intentionality is the greatest component that you can begin your day with. You see, when you do this, when you are intentional, it isn't just writing down your plan for the day, set a task to do it at prospective time, or waking up at 4:30 in the morning to go run 10 miles or hit the gym. However, if that's your thing, that's great. But being intentional is really about giving yourself permission. See, when you give yourself permission, you remove the possibility of a very dangerous emotion. That emotion is regret. And I want you to live a regret-free life, not a regretful life. That is bucket list living, right? And so each day, just like in a workout, maybe it's a yoga class or whatever you do, I set an intention for the day. Now, a few of the intentions I've set for myself throughout this quarantine especially have been enjoy a walk with no electronics, write thank you cards. I've been really working on an attitude of gratitude. And so writing thank you notes are a thing that I've added to my life. And then spending 15 minutes in a quiet time. For me, that's in my Bible. For you, it may be a meditation, just a quiet time where you're alone for a good 15 minutes. But you see, giving yourself permission to be in control of the outcome is what this is all about. I want you to be the driver instead of the passenger. Now, you know, those of you that know me, you know, and follow me on social media, you know I'm a big sports guy. I'm a golf guy. I'm a big sports guy. And in sports terms, I want you to think of it this way. I want you to think of it as playing offense. Yes, defense wins championships. I get that. But right now, with all the uncertainty, with all the shift and the change, we've got to win games right now. If you heard and listened to our last episode with Coach Kevin Kelly from Pulaski Academy, he's all about playing offense. Take care of the most precious thing you've got, that's the football. Why would you ever give control to someone else of your own life, right? Take control of your life. Be in control and play offense. And as Coach Kelly says, never punt. Give yourself permission and take control. Now, secret number 2 is challenges. This is where the reverse engineering of successful people really becomes actionable. A challenge can be anything, but I want you to try to fit it in one of these 3 categories. We want it to be physical, mental, and or self-development. Now, I realize the acronym there is PMS, right? But I promise you that the results of this will be totally opposite if you can fit your challenges into those 3 areas. Again, physical challenge, mental challenge, and a self-development challenge. So my 3 challenges that I've taken on, again, I've tried to take on walking. I try to walk for about 30 minutes. If I can do it without technology, it's even better. But get out and get some fresh air. Get some sunshine. Maybe you're back in the office now and you need to you've been used to being at home. Get back out of the office a little bit. Go on a walk, hit the gym, do a bike ride, whatever it is physical, find that physical challenge for you. For my mental fitness, again, I mentioned gratitude is a focus of mine right now. And so I'm writing down 3 things every day that I'm thankful for, putting them on a sticky note somewhere where I can see them, usually on my computer because I spend a lot of time there. But 3 things each day, an attitude of gratitude, 3 things that I'm thankful for, and I'll write a personal note to someone. And then for self-development, this has been big for me. I am not a reader, but I've been reading 10 pages of a book per day. And it's been incredible, the gains that I've made just by reading 10 pages. Again, I'm not a reader, but really that's it. Those are the 3 challenges that I've taken and put on myself. Now, you can give yourself new challenges each and every day if you'd like. Maybe for self-development, you want to learn how to cook, or maybe physical challenge, you want to learn how to do yoga. Whatever it is, I just want you to do something. Find 3 things, 1 for each category every day, and you're going to unleash a cocktail of neurotransmitters, feel-good chemicals, to your brain that will tell you, I can do this. I've got this. And I promise you, it will start to create momentum in every other area of your life. You'll start to see everything come into balance. It'll happen in your relationships. It'll happen in your business. It'll happen in everything that you care about. When you walk into a room and there's people around, the confidence will exude you. People will wonder, what in the world are they doing? And that momentum carries over. It becomes contagious. And I know that's a word that we don't really want to say right now, but seriously, it is. And that's what it's all about. Now, the last secret is something that I took the first two and then put them on steroids. It's the amplification effect. And it's been so significant in my life that if really I could only keep one of the three parts of the ice, this would be it. And you know I'm an experienced guy. Okay? And so I know it sounds a little bit wooey on the surface, but envision the experience. And what that means is this. If I set out to be intentional about my day, if I complete my 3 daily challenges, how does that make me feel? How will it feel if I look back 6 days from now and I realize that I've gone for 3 hours worth of walks? I've found 18 things in my life to be grateful for. And I'm 60 pages into a book that I've been procrastinating reading. What does that experience look like? And so what I've gone ahead and done is I've created a little trigger key to come up with some different sentence starters, if you will. And you can fill it in and help you get started. After a few days, you'll be coming up with those on your own. Okay. And so for me, it is, I am. Okay. I always start the sentence with, I am. I'm a better husband who understands my wife's new challenges and her new role as not only a homeschool teacher when we started the pandemic, but now a school principal. I'm a more physically fit and I've never felt better in my life. I am. Fill in the blank for you. What does that experience look like? Always start with the words I am, because those two words carry unlimited power. You see, just as damaging as it is when we say mean things to ourselves like I'm dumb and I'm a failure, by combining I am with the experience that we are envisioning, we unlock new levels to work-life balance in a work-from-home world. And that's it. That's what it looks like. Here's what it looks like put together. Here's an example for you, again, if you're watching on the screen. It's a simple planner. Here's 3 example days, exactly what you do and what you've learned today. Again, these are printed in for you, and then you can just go in and fill it in yourself. But it's simply a daily planner for you. If you would like to have one of these, email me, brad@dreamitpro.com. I'll be happy to send this over to you. Now listen, this planner is not meant to be an extra thing for you, okay? In fact, if it is, I don't even want you to email me for that. I don't even want you to start using it, okay? Because I don't want you to feel like you're adding something else to your life in just a planner. I want you to add ice to your life. I want you to be intentional. I want you to complete challenges. And I want you to envision the experience, because it's that easy. It really is. It just takes action. And that's what we tell you in the Bucket List Life Plan. You hear me say it all the time. The best thing you can do for yourself is to right now get started. Right now. Take 10 minutes out of your life. You've already taken 14 minutes right now to listen to this episode. And so take 10 more minutes out of your life to work on your life. Set an intention for the day. Challenge yourself physically, mentally, and with self-development. And then imagine what each day feels like when you've lived it with purpose and accomplished things that matter to you overall. Okay, again, email me if you'd like to have the framework. It's brad@dreamitpro.com. I would love to share this with you, okay? Love to share it with you. And so I want you to be intentional. I want you to live your life on ice. I want your life to come back into balance. I know it's hard right now. It's getting harder as we go back and transition into our new normal. But I promise you, if you live your life on ice with intention, completing challenges, and envisioning the experience, you'll feel the balance come back to your life. You'll be living a regret-free life, I promise you. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow me on social media at DreamIT Pro. And remember, the bucket list life is a life worth living.